Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to show you how you can use Express.js along with server index node module to share the files in the same network. So let's get started. So I will first show you how we can do that. So I will just click on this localhost link and you can see server is up and running, a simple Express.js app to host a localhost server. And if I click on this link now, then I have the complete softwares directory in here. So you can see I have this directory, C softwares, and you can see the complete directories map like this. Okay, so this is how it is, and I will show you how we can do that with just 43 lines of code. Okay, so let's take a look. So first of all, let's go to package.json, and I have used these packages. Okay, basically CORS is for enabling the CORS functionality in the server, .env is for the configuration so that you don't have to use hard-coded string. Then Express and server index is something which we are using for achieving this functionality, and then the nodemon is for continuously monitoring and updating making the server live with the recent changes. So that's just it. Now let's move to the code. You can see first of all I'm using this .env config to make the configuration available, and then I'm initializing the configurations, so port and directory. So you can see .env file contains simple key value pair formats separated by line, and then port is 8080 and directory is C softwares. Okay, now that's the region about the configuration. Using this I will have my variables in here which are configurable, so I don't have to manually change in the code. I can just change the environment file, and that's just it. Okay, next thing is the imports. So you can see I've imported three things: Express, server index, and CORS. You don't have to have a nodemon install in the package.json. That I should have taken care of, but that's okay. So you don't need this. Actually, this should be installed globally, npm install -g option, and that way you can make the changes live. But yeah, it's okay. And region is imports. Okay, then we have region app definitions. So here what we are doing is we are creating a simple Express app, then we are disabling Express powered by functionality. Okay, so that our clients cannot see what technology we're using in the server. That is a vulnerability basically. And then we're using app.cors, express.json, just the common things. These things are pretty common, you can just google them: CORS, JSON support, and URL encoding support. Okay, that's just it. And now we have this slash URL, so that you can see over here. So if I go back, you can see I'm printing a string and I'm making a link basically to my URL. So how did I do that? This is how I did it: request protocol, request.get hostname, and then original URL, and I've appended my path, which is an FTP path. Okay, so you can see this is the main line, which is basically serving the files. So if I go over here, this what you see over here is being served by this line. Okay, so app.use/ftp should redirect to serve index directory plus slash. So my directory is the constant that I've given in the configuration file, which is either this thing, C softwares, or if I didn't make a configuration file, then it will be public directory and it contains only a readme file. Okay, now this will make the list of all the available files in here, but unfortunately you cannot download them until and unless your server handles that. So let's say I will go here and I have to download this file. So when I click on this, I'm expecting this to be happen. Okay, that's how you can share. Basically you don't have to list it only, you also want to share it. So for that you have to create regex or the URL pattern like this star. So anything after FTP star should be handled over here. And then if you take a closer look basically, so you can see whatever I click, it will be like this. So it will be appended after the URL. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the URL from the request, and if it is greater than 4, because I'm just removing these 4 characters from there, and then I'm decoding it so that just in case if my URL contains spaces, then it should be encoded by the browser. So if I show you a quick example of that, so you can see how the folder name is. The folder name is not this, the folder name is ASUS space Zenfone, and it is space is replaced by %20. That is something that browsers do these days. Browsers do for removing the spaces and have a complete URL without spaces. So you have to decode it first, so that I'm using decode URL component, and then I have I'm basically moving from the 4th character to upfront, okay, on the URL. So URL will be like ftp/, so I'm removing these 4, and then this is my file. This is basically my path that I'm trying to access, and I will say request.url.substring, this thing, okay. So this is how it is, and you can see I can now download anything just like that, and I can access this over my phone or any machine, basically any device which is in the same network, and I can access this, just provided that you have this port open for in the firewall settings, obviously. So that's just it for this video. I will post the source code link in the description, and that's just it. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, and bye bye.